So today we're making some brownie cookies with some bloody caramel. And these are super easy to make because they're sweetened condensed milk brownie cookies. So they're very quick to whip up. We're going to start with about a pound of chocolate chips. I'm using semi-sweet. And then we're also going to add 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. My apologies. Okay. And then we're going to add our 1 can of sweetened condensed milk. Try and get all of it out of there. Okay. And I'm going to grab a spatula. And just scrape off that spoon, and we're going to pop this into the microwave. Of course, you could melt this over a double boiler or bain marie, but I feel like the microwave is just a lot easier and quicker. So into the microwave we go. I like to start with about a minute. And then for our other ingredients, we have our dry ingredients. So before I want to make sure that I say all the amounts, but I'll definitely try and put this in the description later. We got a cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of black cocoa powder, and then 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, as well as 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. That's the rest. And then of course we have our bloody caramel that I made before. This one could use a little bit more food coloring, so I'm gonna have to warm it up a little bit anyway to use it. So I think I'm gonna add a little more food coloring when I do that. I should have enough in my little container here. Yeah. And I just use the Wilton icing colors for, it's not focusing. When I do the either like cake or buttercream or adding to caramel, stuff like that, those are the colors that I use for that. Okay, let's give this a mix. It's definitely gonna need some more time. Just trying to scrape the bowl down here. Definitely a lot of chocolate that's not melting enough yet, so I'm gonna pop this back in there. I think I'm gonna go for about 30 seconds, because per usual I do not want to burn the chocolate. I just want it to get nice and melty. Okay, pop this in there. Okay, how is everyone's Friday going? I can't believe it's already Friday again. We only have 2 more Fridays before Halloween, and I cannot believe that because it feels like it was so far away, now it's all of a sudden here. So we have 2 more, after this one, we have 2 more Halloween themed lives, and then we'll start a little bit of fall and then definitely kick into holiday season stuff. So lots of fun stuff coming up. And also, of course, keep checking out the Halloween themed week series. I did have a request to do possibly a Christmas one, so let me know if that would interest you guys. I'm excited to finally do some fall baking because it has been crazy hot and it's finally starting to cool down. Fall is my favorite time of year and the weather has not been cooperating so far. I think this is a tad thick. Everything looks like it's melty though, but I feel like it's thickening up a little faster than I would like. So I want to try another 20 to 30 seconds, I think, in the microwave, and then we should be able to mix in the rest of our ingredients. Maybe 20. I just want to make sure it stays. That's the only thing about the sweetened condensed milk. Brownie cookies is that it thickens up. It doesn't stay like a loose batter. It gets a little bit harder to scoop and put on the tray if you wait. So you have to like immediately scoop it and bake it. Okay, still a tad on the thick side, but I think it's still gonna work. It looks like all of the chocolate is melted. Yeah, we look pretty good. Okay, we're gonna add our vanilla. Just trying to scrape the bowl down to make sure it all gets mixed in. The vanilla smells really good with the chocolate smell. Okay, now we're gonna add in our dry ingredients. Get out of there. And remember, it's 1 cup of all-purpose flour. I don't have the gram measurements off the top of my head, but I believe 1 cup is about 140 grams, I believe, of flour. Okay, then we're just going to mix everything together. Just until our batter comes together. We don't want to overmix. Hello, thank you for joining. Just trying to get all the flour mixed in there just until it's mixed. Don't want to go past that, but definitely don't want little pockets of dry ingredients in there. That's not pleasant. Let's see, still a little bit underneath there. That's why I want to scrape the bowl down. Okay, I think we just about got everything. There's still a little tiny bit stuck to the sides over here, so I'm trying to get a little bit of that, but got pretty much everything else mixed in. Okay, just one more turn, make sure we got all the stuff on the bottom. Yes, we look good. Okay. Oop, let's put it right there. Alrighty. So we're gonna grab one of our trays lined with parchment paper. And we're going to, I'm gonna use a medium size cookie scoop, which I think is about, I need to do the measurement at some point, but I wanna say it's a little bit bigger than a tablespoon, maybe like a tablespoon and a half. I don't think it's quite 2 tablespoons, but I should definitely measure that out at some point. And then I like to use the side of the bowl to kind of flatten the bottom. And then just pop it on there. We do want a little bit of room between the cookies because these will spread a little bit, not a ton, but definitely at least a little bit. I'm using a big cookie sheet, so I can probably do like 4 across. And we could roll these if we wanted to, but it is easier just to pop them on the tray. We can also stuff them. I've stuffed them with like some peanut butter. You pipe little dollops and you freeze them. It turns out really, really well. Okay, our oven's still coming into temp. Oops. And you could also mix in some, you could mix in some chocolate, but when I've tried that, it's melted and kind of done like a marbly streak of chocolate, not little chunks of chocolate, because the batter itself is warm. So I find that adding maybe like M&Ms, like they have Halloween M&Ms, would be perfect to add to these for a cute little touch. Oops, just had to fall over on me. Do one more for this sheet, and then as soon as our oven ideally would be warmed up for a little bit longer, but it was taking a little longer today. So I'm just going to pop them in there as soon as it's ready. Okay, a couple of them kind of got a little misshapen, so I'm just going to try to reform them. Okay, so there is our first tray, and then while we're waiting for the oven to heat up, I'm going to start scooping out the next one, because like I said, it is easiest to do this when it's nice and still kind of warm. You can see it's already starting to get a tad thick. Okay, brownies. Yeah, we're making brownie cookies. Thanks for joining. And these are sweet condensed milk brownie cookies, so they are very quick and easy to whip up. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna pause on scooping and we're gonna stick our first tray into the oven. Okay, we're gonna bake these for about 12 to 13 minutes. Okay, where are you from? I am from California. And thanks for joining. I hope you're having a great day. Sounds great, no edge pieces though. See, I'm a middle piece kind of gal. But the sides of these do kind of get a little bit crusty, kind of like an edge piece, so you actually might enjoy the cookies a lot. I'm gonna finish scooping these, and I actually think I want to stuff this tray with some caramel. I don't have any of my thick red caramel ready. I just made some this morning, but it needs to set for longer. But I have some plain caramel in the freezer, so we can stuff some of these with some yummy plain cookie butter salted caramel. Okay, just a few more. Hello, thank you so much for joining, and happy Friday. Hope you're having a good day and that you've had a good week. Another week that went by so fast. Okay, now when I have a little extra like this is not going to be a full tray, but I'm going to grab out like a plate. I do a bowl, but a plate to spread them out a little bit. And then I just like to scoop the extras because, as I mentioned, it definitely gets harder when the batter gets thick. So just quickly scoop the rest. May I help you? Oh, you're sweet. Okay, I think this is gonna do maybe like 6 or 7 cookies besides 2 trays. Let's see, we got 3. Okay, maybe enough for like a couple more. Okay. Maybe even one more. Let's see. Get all our little pieces of dough here. Okay, I think that's pretty much all of our dough that we can get out of here, which almost makes exactly another cookie. That's kind of perfect. So we got 2, 4, 6, 7, and then we have 24. So we've got 31 cookies from this batch. Okay. So let's put our extra cookies to the side, and while we're waiting for that first batch to finish baking, I'm gonna stuff these with some caramel. But when I do that, I like to use some gloves. so my hands get a little less messy. It looks so good. They are really good. I definitely recommend giving these a try. They are definitely very super chocolatey if you love chocolate. So, but that's why I like to add stuff to it, because I don't know about you guys, but sometimes for me, I feel like chocolate stuff, like I love chocolate, but it can get very super rich and like almost like you don't enjoy it as much. So I like to add either some type of like fresh like fruit flavor, like a berry or caramel or mint. Like I like something that kind of helps to pop in the chocolate to kind of, you know, just add a little something to it, so it's not only chocolate by itself. So that's why I love adding the caramel to this one. Let me grab some caramel here. Let's see. I think those are too big. Okay, looks like I only have larger caramel pieces left. Okay, so I have these little caramel circles that are like ready to go in my freezer. And this is that cookie butter salted caramel that I've shared before. So these are a little bit bigger. We'll see if this turns out. In the name of experimentation. We'll probably need a couple of cookies. So these are going to be on the bigger side. Maybe even a few cookies. We want to cover this, make sure it's completely sealed. Let's see if like a half cookie would work to finish it off. Just kind of press it together everywhere. Try and make sure it's all sealed. Like I said, this is a fun little experiment because I haven't tried it with this particular cookie before. Could even take 3 of these cookies possibly to fully cover properly, but we're going to try 2.5. Okay, we still got like 5 minutes. Perfect. So we can have plenty of time to stuff these cookies. We might actually use some of our bonus cookies, but I definitely want to give more room to these ones because these are so large. Oh, gee, it looks so good. Oh, thank you so much. I'm excited. I've made these cookies a few times, but I have not tried the caramel stuffed ones for some reason yet. Okay. I think I might do like 6 caramel stuffed cookies, possibly. Let's see how that works out. Okay, I think we look pretty good. Okay, almost done with rolling our dough balls here, which will be perfect because the next ones are about to come out of the oven. Got like 3 minutes left on our timer. I think I did 12 minutes to start, but I might need to add 1 more minute to it. crummies here. Okay. I think I'm gonna leave the last 4 just plain, and I can bake those off separately because we want to make sure we have plenty of room for these ones to possibly spread and do their thing. Just want to make sure I spread them enough, but not too close to the edge, because I have had a cookie bake and it was too close to the edge and it actually melted because it had caramel stuffed inside of it. So okay, I think that should be enough space from the edge. We look good. Those look ginormous. I'll take 5, please. Thank you. Yes, they're going to be rather large, but I'm excited about them. We still got like a minute and a half. I'm going to put my caramel back in the freezer. And like I said, it's my cookie butter salted caramel. I can try and link that video to this live once it gets posted. And so it'll be easier to find that recipe because I use that for a ton of my caramel projects. It's just one of my favorites, not only for the flavor, but also like the texture of it. It just really, really works for a lot of stuff. Less than a minute to go on our timer. Does anybody have any questions? Anybody that might have joined late, let me know in the chat. We're ready to put in our giant cookies once those come out. And then, like I said, we have 4 excess right here. So we would have 31 of the medium-sized cookies, but we're going with 6 large ones, stuffed with caramel. And we'll see how this turns out. But like I said, I've done... I did a peanut butter stuffed one for my cousin when he visited in January, I think. I made some, just the regular brownie stuffed cookie, and then I did, I piped little dollops of peanut butter on a little sheet tray on some parchment paper, and I popped that in the freezer, and then I was able to stuff the cookies, and it turned out really, really well. And it was just some smooth peanut butter. Let's see how we're doing here. Oh, they look like they could use 1 more minute. Usually works out to about 13 minutes, but of course, everybody's oven is different, so you might have to play around a tiny bit with the time.
And wasn't that your second place winner?
No. Okay. Some little hot pads out here so we can place it here and you can see what it looks like. What's your pretty name though? Oh, thank you. My channel is Adventures in Ya. My first name is Carly. So nice to meet you, Sanjana. I hope I said your name correctly. And thanks for joining. Oh, we got 5 seconds left. Okay. These look pretty good. And we're gonna pop in our gigantic cookies. So we're gonna go for a little bit extra time because obviously they're huge. So let's do, I think I'm gonna do like 15 minutes and then we'll see how those do. But I want to take a circle cookie cutter while they're still warm, fresh out of the oven. And I'm just going to go like this to try and bring in those edges and make it a little more rounded. Oops, what's the parchment paper? Some of them, the edges are a little more set, but this will help to round most of them out a little bit better. I'm so jealous. Okay, those look pretty good. They're still a little rough around the edges, but with brownie cookies, I think it's pretty much to be expected. So we're gonna let these cool. I'm gonna rack up here. And I'm hoping they can cool down enough where we can put some caramel on top, because that's what I wanted to finish off our live with. So let's see. Yeah, definitely needs some more red color in there. Let's see if I can grab a little bowl. And if we can gently heat some up in the microwave, that would be good. I might need a little bit bigger bowl. Okay, so I have a microwave safe bowl. And yeah, I didn't take that out early enough this morning. I remembered right before our live, so it would definitely need some more time to get softer. And this is a little bit of a thinner consistency cookie butter salted caramel. So it's better for piping and like doing for cake filling and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Okay, that should be pretty good, I think, for the amount of cookies that we have. So I'm gonna pop this in there for like 10 seconds or so. Just to start, and then I have my food coloring. Oops. Get this out of my way. Okay. I softened it a little bit. Let's see if we can add some red, and then we might heat it a little bit more. Probably a pretty good amount, just because it is already dark in color by it being caramel. But I want to make sure we can see the red and almost like have that deep bloody red color. Like I said, I'll have to try this out with, if the caramel stuffed ones work out, I'll have to try it with stuffing it with the red caramel, because that'd be really cool. Okay, that looks like definitely more red. Okay. I think that's a pretty good amount of red to mix in. I don't want to make it too much. And then, let's see. I'm going to take this and pop it in there for another 5 seconds or so. I want to do small increments because we don't want to overdo it. It's getting a little bit better. Still a touch on the thick side though. I think another 5 seconds. Cookies are looking good. They haven't started to melt too much. They're still in the ball shape. Okay, that looks really good. Pretty happy with that consistency. I'm really nervous if the cookies are still kind of warm. But we can try it now, and then I can let you guys know. I'll do a couple now, and then when they chill a little bit more after our live, I'll see if it makes a difference, which it probably will. But doing it when it's a little bit cooler. I think I want to do, I'm going to grab a piping bag. That's my favorite way to add caramel because it just makes it so much easier. Okay, so we're just adding some caramel to our piping bag. And of course, this is our bloody element for our bloody brownie cookies. Yeah, it looks like a nice, really deep red. Perfect. So excited. Okay, and then I just cut that much of the tip off, so not a ton. And then I always like to test by piping back into the bowl. So we got a nice consistency coming through. Okay, and then like I said, I'm gonna pipe on some of the cookies now, and then I'll wait and try a few more. So I'm thinking we can do some that are a spiral. Can I kind of do like a variety of piping on these? Like that, and then just like a nice drizzle across the top. And let's do a couple more. Do the ones down here. What else should we do? More patterns. I can see that it is drooping a little bit. We'll see how much it actually melts off of the cookie. Let's see. We could do like a double drizzle. Try to make it a little more spaced than the other one I just did. I think I kind of like the spiral so far. That's kind of my favorite.
You should ask them if they smell the chocolate. It's intense.
My mom wants to know if you guys smell the chocolate because it's very intense for her right now. I'm kind of liking this spiral. What do you guys think? Drizzle, spiral? Like I said, I'll test it to see if it makes a difference because obviously this is kind of getting a little bit melty, but the spiral seems to stay surprisingly well. Let's see. Do like a couple more cookies while I have it. I wish I could do like a blood splatter kind of effect, but unfortunately the caramel is too thick to do that. Do like another drizzle. And I'm just liking the spiral on here a lot. So satisfying too. Okay, what do we think? So those are the cookies I'll do now, and then like I said, I'll let them cool down first before I finish doing the rest of them. But I'm liking the spiral out of all of them. Let's see if we can angle this a little more so you can see. Like, of course, these look yummy because they're just caramel on top of a cookie, but yeah, I'm kind of excited to see how they turn out, especially when they cooled down a little bit. Let me check on these big cookies in the oven. Oh yeah, they're getting very melty. I did not add enough cookies on the outside, so the caramel is oozing everywhere. It's gonna be like a little cookie pile, basically. But we still got some time left on that. In terms of our live today, this is what we're doing. We have our cookie that I will, like I said, share the amounts that I used in the description after this gets posted. And I have the caramel recipe that I will try to make sure I can link to this video. And if anyone has any questions, make sure to pop them in the chat because this is the end of our live. Like I said, I will make sure that I post some pictures later so you guys can see how everything turns out, and I will let you know how the big cookies turn out. What else is coming up? Of course, working on our Halloween themed weeks. Make sure you keep checking that out. Today is day 5 of Witch Week, and next week will be Skeleton Week. So we still have, after this week is done, 2 more weeks to go. I can't believe Halloween is coming this fast. It's going by so like crazy fast. It's just insane. But I'm very excited for, of course, more of our Halloween content coming up. And I'm not seeing any questions in the chat. But that is our live for today. Like I said, thank you so much for joining and for hopping in the chat. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys do give this a try because I am so excited to give these a try. As it is, I already know the brownie cookie is really good, but so excited to have some caramel with it. And I will definitely post some pictures later and let you guys know. Should post them by this weekend at the latest. And I hope you guys have a very great weekend, and I will see you very soon. Our next live is same time, same day next week. I don't remember off the top of my head what we're doing, but it is on the community, on the live tab on my channel. You can check out upcoming lives. So that is it. I'm not seeing any new comments in the chat. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. And like I said, I'll see you very soon. Bye.